Decepticons twice his size across 100 battles. Brawn fell in the street. Blaster, who had never once retreated from a fight, went down seconds later. Hound, Blue Streak, Mirage, Hoist, Gears. Autobots collapsed in the same blocks, in the same afternoon, put down by the same hand. In Tokyo and Buenos Aires, the destruction did not slow, it accelerated. And then came the moment that made readers put down the comic and stare at the page. Grimlock walked into Starscream's path, the most powerful Autobot on Earth, the warrior who had defeated Devastator with his bare hands, who had led the Dinobots through battles that broke every other unit, who had challenged Optimus Prime for command of the Autobots and won. Grimlock was dismantled, not beaten, not driven back, dismantled in seconds, in the street, by the character every kid had spent years treating as a punchline. And then Goldbug fell. Goldbug, who had once been Bumblebee, the small, loyal, irreplaceable Autobot, who was the first face most children had ever associated with the word Transformer. He had survived everything the war could produce. And that afternoon, in those streets, he was simply gone. The only resistance that slowed Starscream at all came from Transformers with organic pretender shells or binary bonds to biological partners. Something in the organic matter disrupted the Underbase's energies. Not enough to stop him, but enough to leave a pattern. Optimus Prime had not gone to Earth. He had stayed on the Ark. Ratbat and Scorponok abandoned the surface and returned to confront him directly, convinced Prime was positioning himself to claim the Underbase alone. They found him building a rocket fitted with reflective panels, calibrated to intercept the Underbase and redirect its course. What they didn't know, Optimus wasn't trying to eliminate the Underbase forever. He was luring it and Starscream into a collision he had already calculated. Ratbat fired. Optimus struck him down. Scorponok then lunged for the redirected Underbase himself. Prime grabbed him with both hands and dragged them both out of its path. Then Starscream's sensors picked up a radio signal from the Ark. Buster, barely conscious in the medical bay, had reached for his radio to check on his brother in the middle of the destruction below. His voice went out over an open frequency. Starscream heard it. He calculated the variable in less than a second. An absent Optimus Prime, a reflective rocket, a redirected trajectory. It was a trap. He turned around and flew back to space. He was right. The Underbase had been redirected directly into his path. The accumulated knowledge and power of millions of years of Cybertronian civilization struck Starscream at full force. Every database, every memory, every identity ever fed into Boltax's repository hit him simultaneously. He grew beyond his frame. His structure mutated into something that had no shape and no name. He expanded into the void, and then he was gone. In the silence that followed, Optimus Prime told Scorponok what had actually happened. He had designed the rocket to redirect, not destroy. He had allowed Buster's radio call to go through deliberately. He had constructed the entire situation, knowing that Starscream's absolute refusal to accept anything less than everything would carry him directly into the one force in the universe that nothing could survive at full exposure. That is the Starscream the cartoon kept hidden from you. If this video made you see a character you thought you already knew in a whole new light, share it with someone who grew up watching Transformers. And if you want to know the dark origin of another classic villain that TV kept hidden from you, subscribe to the channel, because the next video is about a character who seemed harmless but had a deeply disturbing past. See you then.